Is related to the object. When we create object, it has some different status. It's like machine models. Uh, the models the behavior of system in response to the external and internal events. It's based on the function. When object is created, a function will interact with this object and change the status of the object. So this how system responses to stimulus are often used by model real-time system. Here's the real-time. It means that it changes difference by on time. For example, when status, the state of the system is created and next state. So state merging model so systems stays at a node and events at a as. It means that state and here in graphical model we have state a node and the connection between state as to the event. So sketches are integral parts of UML and used to present state machine model. So here, for example, is the state diagram of microwave oven. So it have begin with star and end node. Here the first starter is the microwave waiting. They wait some food to put inside. So here it has some action, for example, display time, and here event. This event or function. So when event is active or created, it changes status of microwave to, for example, waiting to full power or waiting to half power. And next, the event is a timer, which says is a timer for microwave and set time and enable operation and disable is for state and function or event is on the connection between the state. So here I have one more easy example. Here as you can see it's one of it is understand for user when user use the website. The first starter is a guest. It's one of the state, and the next state log in. After they create account and log in is the login state. We have two state and action from guest to log in. They have action and login action. Login means that they must enter the username and password to become the login user. And when logging, they can turn off and go to the end, or in the guest status, they also turn off and go to end. For each state, we can add additional information, for example, views products. When we're in a guest and log in, we can make an order or confirm the order. If from the to subbox in Gmail, we create a new diagram and here they have stay machine diagram. There's some example. For example, here is a digital clock. Can list the clock had three stages: idle, setting hours, or setting minutes. For each stage, they had some action. For example, from beginning, it can turn on or turn on to the waiting state, setting hours or setting minutes. Here's the action, and this diagram they don't have the end state, so we can add for simple end state here. From waiting state, we can turn off it. So here's finish state machines. You can create a new from blank and add start state and next state for example is the guest next state. Double click on the connection between states and we add text. For example, is the login. For instance, we input the username and password. And from login to get is log out. And we can add a notice or some function. It has a note. Yes, we can resist by login and order and for writing. So what is a simple state machine for user login and logout functions? So the first exercise you will create state diagram for each object. Each based on the object for here the object is a user class. So it means that you have a class and create an object and each object has status. For example, here just to static guess and log in, and we can create a state diagram for this. And the next, you will write a summary for the requirements. It has a chapter and description. For example, verifies it defines some expected readership of the document and the version history. Introduction needs a system describe the system function, and explain how it works with other systems. Glossaries define technical terms in the document to make assumptions about the experience or expertise of the reader. User requirement is including a non-function system requirement and the function. Use natural language diagram. Here you use a UML diagram for use case diagram. System architecture is a high level of the component in your system. System requirement specification is a sequence diagram and state machine diagram. A system model shows the relationship between system components and its environment. Uh, for example, is the object model, data flow model, or semantics data model. System evolutions is how you maintain related to how change due to the hardware evolution, change user needs or user requirements, uh, abundance, specific information related to the application being developed. For example, hardware and database description. For example, you can use database uh, SQL Server or MySQL or MongoDB database. Hardware requirements. What kind of hardware we use? Database requirements and index. Is some several index document include. So the exercise for group for each project they will match this document with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chapters to describe about the use case, the functions, and the diagram of the system.